will be a car and so I'm from Brabant TV. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so that we are also. You be able to know how we are opening the channel. We are acquired and a CK Akunnor 17 on coach Keto Zakariasen. I will replace coach CK Akunnor. Koto company enforcing ka Omra Nanka Omre, the technical director of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So from all indications, we reference CK Akunnor. And you're not say Saru Baja to me. Now if you were the Juma Edama Kumasi Asante Kotoko as technical director. MT Ghana Crusader any coach CK Akunnor Edin Kono Musan say the way OC Fanioma Ewo Kumasi Asante Kotoko in some of my cartons on your director Nimbimpo so Baja to so be director. Now Yanko Ninkuti some coach CK Akunnor and to Ghana Crusader.
Coach, I welcome you to Ghana Crusader. Thank you. First of all, let's talk about your Coach of the Year award you won at the Ghana Football Awards on Sunday. How special was this award, and how would you describe the feeling?
Well, it's always great. Such a good feeling. If you look at what you've done in the previous years, and now you've been rewarded as the best within that category, and so it's a joy. I'm very, very happy. But and I'm grateful to the Almighty God. Of course, I wouldn't be able to achieve that without the support of the management, supporters, my technical team, and of course the playing body. So they're all part of this. The fact that I won it, it's all because of the hard work we put out.
We talked about the Kumasi Asante Kotoko management. What is your relationship with the management?
Well, I mean, the inability to separate issues in this country is a problem. I need to separate the issues. I work with them, and they are not happy with me. I might have my differences, but life still goes on, and that I should be able to talk to them, have a laugh. It's a done deal. I mean, if I get beyond that, where I try as much as I can, and I try and put emotional aspect of it, and then I will not talk to them. I will be angry because, in my opinion, probably they were wrong. In their opinion, they thought otherwise, and so you need to separate issue. And if I'm able to do that, then I will have a good relationship with them. And now I think I'm trying to do that. Yesterday I had a long chat with Dr. Che himself. Nakwami also used to call me, and so what is there must be there. But the human being is important, and that after this we still meet somewhere. If once I'm in the football industry, I will always come across them.
Coach, let me sound a bit controversial. Would you consider the technical role at Kotoko?
Well, we have discussed it, and that they are aware of it. They are aware of my opinion. And now, from that point of view, it's not in my hands anymore. My lawyers are talking to them. I'm talking to their lawyers, and we see a way forward. I wouldn't want to leave the club acrimoniously, in terms of fighting and all this, and that I want it to be done in a very professional way.
So you are done with Kotoko. You are not considering the technical director role.
No. I've told them. I'm not a technical director. That is not how I was appointed. I was appointed as a coach, and if there is a need for them if they have a change of mind, that I should be a technical director, then there's also a different way to go about it. And that, for now, I'm a coach, and my contract has been terminated, and that the way it is. But we'll talk, and once we talk and come to a very compromise where we agree, then we can look at those things. But for now, no.
With how things unfolded at Kotoko, do you regret taking the position as a head coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko?
Not at all. In fact, I have no regrets. Everything that happened there was meant to be. Was good. I was very, very happy. 6 years ago, who would have thought that I would be a coach of Kotoko? And for me, it's a big family, a traditional club, a club that goes beyond Ghana, and so it was always a privilege or an opportunity for me to showcase my talent, and I'm grateful they gave me that opportunity, and so I have no regrets. Everything we did there was successful. the fact that we were able to fill the stadiums in capacity, the fact that players were invited to national teams when there wasn't anything of that sort. Talking of Burkina Faso, Ghana, and now we even have the players who have been seen abroad, and they are going. And I've made money for the team, and so it's always a big plus for me. I look at it from that perspective, and I think it can only be positive. Of course, there were negatives, but the positive has overshadowed the negative, and I'm proud, and I have no regrets being part of them.
What are some of the challenges that you face in Kumasi as a head coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I know I had in mind that it's always difficult. There are problems, media and all those things. So after we went out to the Confederation Cup, I realized that it's not just a team. It goes beyond the team, and I was slaughtered. Every area in Kumasi, and sometimes things happen there, and you don't have a feel of it in Accra. And so it was different. I was awake. If I was sleeping, then I was awake, and I was surprised. But I took that in good faith, and I think one of the good things we did, the technical team, was that we were able to get closer to the team now. I tried to draw closer to the team. There were things that probably were happening and they were not happy. I got closer to them and I spoke to them, and then we started the journey again in Tier 1, Tier 2 competition, which luckily we were able to win the Tier 1, and we've now qualified for the Champions League, which for me is a joy, it's a plus. Through that, as a result of that, I've been able to win the Best Coach of the Year, which I'm so pleased, and I'm grateful to the Almighty God.
Were you surprised when you heard that the management had asked you from being the head coach of the club? Were you surprised, or you saw it coming?
Well, hiring and firing in this job is part of, is within the terrain. But this particular one shocked me, because I never saw it coming. And it's so funny, Ashgo played his man Kotoko, and they all asked me to. We all went there, not knowing they had a different agenda, and when you look at these things, they have to do it anyway because that is their plan. And so they went there and met the coach.
Because I remember 2 days before your exit or your SAG, I saw you at church with some of the players for Thanksgiving service, and the news came as a shock to many Kotoko fans and the media as a whole, because we didn't see this coming. And
I'm just as shocked as you are, and we went to church services, and irrespective of the sacking, I would have done that anyway. It's all about God, and you need to give thanks to God for what He's done for you. In a whole lot of years we've been traveling up and down. Anything could have happened, to us, and for God to even take care of us to that level, and we were able to win something. I mean, so there was a need for us to do that kind of thing. However, I never saw it coming, and it surprised me. But I'm here now, and I've accepted that in good faith, and it's behind me. I need to move on.
It was rumored that you were having issues with some of the players, and with your temperament, and many players were objecting to some of the things you were teaching them. Especially, it was rumored that you have issues with Sonny Yakuba. That was why you were not fixing him in matches. How true was that?
A lot of rumor, a lot of untrue stories. Yakuba was one of my best man. He was not fit. I forced him to even to play, and he played because of me, because of the kind of things I had with him. There's this gentleman, is it Martin or Matthew? He's the one who really helped me when I want to talk to Yakuba, because he speaks French. And so maybe I wouldn't be the best person to answer this question. Maybe he would be the best person to answer. And not just that, I've had a lot of situations where players complain, but they are better. Whether I complain or not, we've won Tier 1, and some of them have improved. Immensely. Sefa was fantastic. Wahab, good. Jimfi, he's been there for a while, but this has been probably his best season. But all those kind of names were reported to me that they all went to Dr. T to complain on how true it is. I don't know, and I really don't get bothered about these things. Some way along the line, you have those kind of obstacles in life. People who dislike you for many reasons. Maybe the way I talk, the way I speak, and sometimes my temperament has also always been seen as negative. I'm not somebody who shy away from the truth. When there's something wrong, I'll tell you, and once I tell you, it's over. I move on. And I've called players one-on-one with 4 eyes to talk, and I tell them what I feel, what I think, and what I believe will help them. And that's the way I've done. Whether bad or good, whether they speak evil of me, see how they carry the burden. I don't carry any burden, and I'm a free mind person.
So in future, if you are called upon to come back to Kumasi to manage Kotoko, would you take that offer?
You can never say no. Once worked somewhere. I was with 11 Wise, moved to Dreams, House of Folk, Ash Gold, and Kotoko, and it's a journey. And for me to be where I am today, I'm grateful. It means that I've done a good job, a job that needs more encouragement. I'm encouraged, and I look forward to the next challenge. What will be the next challenge? And I always pray to God to always guide me and protect me. That what anybody says about me or say, I'm human, and if I'm able to separate those things from people, from negativity, when somebody says anything, humanly, I'll be hurt. If I say, oh, I'm not bothered, it's a lie, But I get quickly behind. I make sure that it goes behind me, because there will be a lot of those things on my way.
What's your biggest moment as coach of Kotoko?
Well, I think during the Confederation Cup, when we played Cotton Sport in Ghana. Both matches, both legs. Yeah, I think I was very happy. And then, of course, the home leg, I saw the crowd, and I was like, I was amazed. I was so happy. I went crazy, And that is in my coaching career for now. That is one particular thing that I can.
How did you see their performance, and what's the way forward for the Black Stars to improve in the future?
Well, I think they had a good preparation. The performance was okay, but not to what that can carry us win the tournament. We saw it. They did their bit. They all gave their best out, but it wasn't enough to get us the cup, and that is unfortunate. And I think if you have to talk about Black Stars, it goes back down the drain. From the youth level, on a 17, on a 20, Black Meteors, then before the Black Stars, and so these are things we need to look at. If we don't do it, the days of Michael Essien, Muntari, and even our general captain now, supposed general captain, they progress from one end to another. And then we got them to now you can see clearly that our youth level is not being effective, and that is the machinery. That is where we need to look at very well. Because once they get to the top, they are at the top. We just a little bit of maintenance to maintain them and keep. But we need to groom the youth, improve how we take care of on the 17s, on the 20s, and of course, coast football and all those things has to come. I am an example of that. I played coach and then progressed from that end to another on a 20, to on a 23, the Olympic squad, and then to the Black Stars. So we need to look at it, because if we look at only the Black Stars, there will always be mistakes to talk about. There will always be reasons to talk about, and until we look back or we look down deep and try and solve issues there, we will always be in trouble.
So, like I said, you've been tapped as a potential successor to Kwesi Appiah. Would you consider this job if called upon now?
Well, I don't know how to answer you, but I have said this, that I want to do this to the highest level. and time will tell. Time will tell. God, as I always say, is the one architect of why we are here. The other day I was quoting by saying that I knew D before you were formed. I was formed in my mother's womb, and that it is a plan thing. He has the plan, and the plan, if Black Stars is involved, it will happen. Nobody can stop it. When he says something, it doesn't go void. You see the grass here, I get a cutlass and cut it down and leave it. Within a week or two, it will come again. It's the word of God, and so whether I answer that question or not, what you are asking me to say, I'm not saying it because it's all in the hands of God. And when it's time, He will call me. Some time back, there was no reason. Even when I stopped with Ashgold, I didn't have anything in mind that I would coach Kotoko. And with Kotoko, there were a lot of names being picked. Here and then my name popped in. At the end, it was me. And so it's time and God's plan.
What's the way forward for CK Akunnor? Do you have offers on your table, or are you taking a break from coaching for now?
I have spoken to one or two clubs outside the country, but I don't know. It's difficult to tell. Now I'm taking a rest, a break. What I really wanted to do, honestly, is to go abroad and again further courses, and also I'm more into attachment, where you see life, as to what is happening, and then you have interruption with the manager, whether it's Gabriela or Bernard Roger or whatever, like I did last time. So you get the necessary experience. It's one-on-one, and when you go to school, you sit down, it's about book, It's also good though. It's also good, but I prefer more the practical aspect of it.
So CK is taking a break from coaching now.
I'm not saying that, but I will wish that I would do these things in terms of attachment and all that. That is what I wish to do now. But of course, if an offer comes in that is, then I will take a chance.
What are the procedures for choosing a club?
Well, you look at, first of all, you look at
The requirements actually before accepting a job offer.
what is the vision? Vision for the team. Do you buy in? Are you into the philosophy? What do they want? And then of course, what kind of players do they have? And all those things. And you run down the whole system and look at it, and then what they expect you to do. And then you can probably, maybe if you are interested, you can go and have a look around and then see the way forward.
Asante Kotoko, your former club, will be representing Ghana in the Champions League next month against Kano Pillars of Nigeria. Your quick thoughts on that game?
Well, I think it will be a tough match, but I know they are in preparation with a new manager, and hopefully they will get it right. I have made my experience in Confederation, and I know that if you're not sharp enough, you'll be taken by surprise. So I know, I hope, I know that they will do their bit till that day when they play. I think the first one is on the 9th or something like that. In Nigeria. Okay. We'll know how it goes.
This is a different team altogether from what you built. We've seen this is a depleted team now because Fatau is on the verge of leaving. Bonsu is already out, with Yakuba also on the verge of leaving the club. Do you see Kotoko making an impact in this Champions League as compared to Confederations Cup last season?
Well, I won't be able to say that, to say anything on that, because one, I'm not there. I don't know their preparation, and once you have some key players and they're out, it's always a problem. That is a factor. Ronaldo left Real Madrid, just one person. And you saw what happened. And when we were during the Confederation Cup, by the time we went out, we had lost 4 or 5 key players, and it really affected us. Even when we finished and we came to the tier 1, tier 2, we're still struggling. But thank God we managed it in that sense. So it's not fun, it's not exciting to lose key players in the team.
We surely have part 2 of this interview. We will dig through the Tier 1 competition and also the Confederations Cup and CK, how the journey has been so far for CK Akunnor. Thanks for hosting us today. It's a pleasure talking to you once again.
The way any interview a coach CK Akunnor Ghana Crusader and so that should be on Benak TV. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so that we are interviews in about exclusive ones ever so interviews about the GDS so never so. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as I earlier said. Don't subscribe now if you click here so that we are about notification now when you be and don't forget to subscribe to Ghana Crusader TV on YouTube. Subscribe to them, they are going to give you a lot. Benak TV, make sure you subscribe for the love of the game.